video, I'm going to be showing you how we interpret inequalities by using the real number line. So in the previous example video, we used the real number lines in order to compare different fractions. In this one, we're going to use it to represent different intervals of numbers that are represented with inequalities. So when we're dealing with inequalities, we have four main symbols that we use that are denoted over here to the right. So this first one here, this symbol right here, is the less than symbol. And it reads number A is less than number B whenever you see this. So anywhere that this inequality symbol opens up to, the number that it opens up to is the number that is greater. And similarly, the second one that we have also has less than, but it's also equal to. That's denoted by this bottom line down here. So this is less than or equal to. And then similarly, on the other side of the coin, we have this sign, which means greater than. Remember, whichever side that the inequality symbol opens up to, whichever number that it opens up to, is the larger number. So since this is opening up towards A this time, we can say that A is greater than B. So this is the greater than symbol. Oops. And similarly, since we have this small line on the bottom of the inequality symbol, we have the greater than symbol also with the equal symbol. So this is greater than or equal to. So just write greater than or equal to. And these are the four main symbols that we use for inequalities. But how do we represent this graphically using an interval? So let's go through an example here, and I'm going to say that the interval that we're dealing with is x is less than or equal to 7. And how do we show that? How do we represent that? So we know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a less than or equal to symbol. So similarly, like we did in the previous example video, we have our real number line, which is very useful for indicating different real numbers on the line. I'm going to have 0 as our basis point, and I'm also going to mark 7 because that is a point of interest. I'm just going to mark it on the number line here. So this inequality is going to read that x is less than or equal to 7. So any number that we're dealing with, the interval in question, is all of the numbers that are going to be less than or equal to 7. And in real number line notation, when we include the number 7, meaning that x can be equal to 7, we represent it with a bracket. And since we're dealing with less than here, we want all of these numbers to be less than or equal to 7, we have the bracket opening towards the left side of the number line, indicating that all of these numbers are going to decrease in value as we go along this direction. And so we are only interested in numbers that are less than or equal to 7. So this inequality is represented by all of the space to the left of this bracket. And so we have all of the numbers on the number line that are less than or equal to 7 is represented by this closed bracket here. And we have the infinite arrow, the infinite ray pointing down the left side of the number line. All right, let's take a look at another example here. We have the inequality x is greater than 1. So what this is telling us is that we are interested in all of the numbers that are greater than the number 1. So like in the previous example, I'm going to draw our number line. I'm going to draw 0 here. I'm going to draw 1 right here. And look at the symbol that we have. We have the greater than symbol. So the interval in question, what we're interested in is all of the numbers, x, that are greater than 1. And when we do not have an equal sign at the bottom, we represent that with an open circle. A little parentheses looking thing on the number line here. And we have the open circle facing towards the right side because we're interested in numbers that are greater than 1. And I have my infinite ray pointing down. the right side of the number line in this instance because we're interested in numbers that are only greater than 1. So remember that the brackets are synonymous with the less than and greater than symbols, and the parentheses are synonymous with the less than and greater than symbols that do not include the equal signs. And so this is how you represent an inequality using the real number line that we had in the previous example video.